Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you tuning in once again. So I have my group build finished for the Scale of Gentleman's build. Turned out pretty nice. I tell you what, got it done ahead of time. Very shocking for myself. See, our deadline is in June. And yeah, so I've been watching a lot of videos of a lot of guys putting these up. And I'm telling you what, there's some pretty cool looking builds out there. Really cool looking builds. And I have to say for mine, I went a different route. I see a lot of the videos, everybody did kind of the flat look, you know, the old school flat black paint job and flat colors. Very cool. I love that look. I don't know what it is. I can't get past the shiny gloss paint job. I don't know what it is. So I took a different route. I did mine in a nice gloss paint job. If you maybe have seen video 1 on this, it did stay that color. Man, I did some major changes on this thing as I went along. I was like, oh, this look cool now. Oh, that look even cooler yet. Yeah, so things changed along the way. So some of the parts I painted originally didn't get installed. Other than that, I ended up making some new parts for my body altercations and added a few extra goodies, let's say. I think it turned out pretty cool. So yes, it is shiny looking, but it has a few blemishes. Let's go that route. So I made it look like the truck was in use. A guy that drives it is a guy that works on it. You know, he's that guy. So I did some cool work on the interior, and I'll show you here in the video. And Paul, I want to thank you once again, Paul from Styrene Relics, for putting on this group build. I really appreciate it, man. Just cool. It's different. It's different. You know, it's just one of those different builds. So without further ado, I'll take you over the bench and I'll show you what mine looks like. I'm pretty happy with that. It's different. It's unique. I'll just take you over the bench. I'll let you look at it yourself. Okay, guys, so this was my build of the Gentleman's Group build. 37 Ford pickup 2-in-1. And I did not use the surfboard, so that is just still sitting in a box. So this is a Revell kit, obviously. It's a 1/25th scale. And I tell you what, if you guys are looking for a nice model kit, this is a very nice builder. It goes together very nice. Very little flash on hardly any of the kit. Just super cool, super cool. I think I might try to pick up another one if I see one. So it's just a really nice kit. So, well, this is what it started out as. So I'll show you my take on this and see what you think. Yes, sir. There she is in its glory. She is true race machine. So as you notice right off the get-go, we have some intake tubes coming up with the original air cleaner breathers on the top. Those go right to the carburetor. I put the flathead V8 in there, Ford V8, and it does have the dual carb setup. So we put that on there, and these tubes are made out of aluminum pipe, aluminum tubing you can buy. So those were fun because I scrapped many of them, tried to bend that because they wanted to just flatten right out and fold. So that was fun. I was going to use solder, but the solder just didn't have the nice shine to it, you know, like the aluminum does, so I thought it looked pretty cool. Another thing you probably noticed right out the get-go, I made mine into a dually. I thought, you know what, let's go extreme on this thing and just go all out, and we're going to make it a dually. So made these fancy fender flares for it. I was going to put the original ones on, but one tire was going to stick out and I was going to leave it that way, and I thought, no, I'm going to make some custom fenders for it, and used some tubing, some aluminum tubing, and used another piece of tubing. So I took one of the other wheels, because it comes with 8 wheels for this, for like a stock and a custom. So I took some of the stock wheels and basically put 2 inner wheels in it, you know, like the inside of the wheel, and I put one on each side, and I run that tube through there and drilled that out a little bit, and I give myself a nice little, kind of like a full floating hub on the outside here. So that worked out pretty cool. Extended out a little more just to give it that noticeable look to it, and I thought, you know what, that'll look really sweet. So my number was 20, so we got our 20 on the side and on the hood. And this hood, this was not the original hood I painted in my first video. This is the hood for the stock build. I did not like the custom grill that was in the kit, so I wanted to use a stock grill. Well, I didn't realize you could not use the custom hood with the stock grill. So I figured, well, okay. So this had the side pieces on it, so I took and cut along that line. I cut that out of there to open up the engine bay, and I figured that looked pretty cool. So that is the stock setup on the front there. I just thought that looked really sharp to keep that engine bay opened up. So turning around to the front here, you'll notice I got a cracked windshield. So funny story on that, I took this out of the bag while I was assembling this, and this crack was already there for me. I thought, oh, that's nice, a big chip out of the plastic right here. And I thought, oh, that's awesome. So I took a pair of scissors and I laid this glass flat on the bench, and I tap, tap, tap a few times and put the other 3 big scratches in or cracks in there for me. So we figured we'd give the driver a nice, cracked window. At least I did that on the other side, so that way it wouldn't be illegal driving with me in his view. So I figured that'd be a nice little touch. Like I say, it's a sharp looking truck. It's kind of pretty if you go that route, but it's got a few blemishes. So I also added a roll bar to the back, and I ended up leaving that chipped up a little bit, give a little bit of a rustic look on the roll bar. And we put some goodies in the back, just in case he's out on the racetrack or he's out and about. He's got a toolbox, and we got a gas can, a 4-way, and a tire, extra tire. Tailgate does drop down. So that turned out pretty cool. So yeah, so the fenders, like I say, made these fenders. These 4 decals were out of the kit, so they are period correct logos or emblems if you want to go that route. So yeah, I was pretty happy with this build. It turned out pretty sharp. Spin you around here. So the interior, I see a lot of you guys use cloth seats, and I thought, I've really never done that. So I thought I got a perfect idea for that. I actually have a ton of old shop rags here in my garage, like the red shop rags you get mechanics use. And I had one that was really stained up and nasty looking. I thought, perfect. My guy that drives his truck, he's probably working on it as well, so he's probably getting in and out of this thing all greasy and nasty. And I remember having a few cars back in the day where the outside looked pretty nice, but the inside was a little rough. So that's how we did this car, or this truck, I should say. So I took a shop rag and I cut it, and I took a part where it was stained, and I put that on the seat. So that's on the seat itself. And I'll show you here in a second. Let me take the camera here. See if I can look inside there. So that is just a piece of shop rag cut and trimmed out. And then I took and punched a hole in it. And I took a Q-tip and I pulled the Q-tip apart and stuffed it kind of in the hole and made it look like the seat had a hole in it, and the fuzz out of the seat was popping out of it. So I got my seat belt in there. And the other cool thing was I had this put together. Then I realized I forgot to put my seat belt in there, and it was laying on the bench. I thought, oh. So I had to put it together in through the window. So it was good times there. Other than that, let's take the bonnet off and let's look underneath the hood. So this is kind of tricky to get off here. I usually drop this every time because it's got that weird angle to it, and there's nothing to hold on to, so it makes it a little slippery. Oh, I thought I was going to get it without dropping. Didn't happen. So yeah, so this is our V8 flathead here. My cool pipe job there on the top. So we were running the Edelbrock setup on it. Like I say, it's got the dual carbs. And I did use some of the chrome pieces that come for the custom version. And I thought those pipes looked pretty cool. So I'm trying to figure out what to do a little different here to make this look kind of cool, give that race truck theme going on. So I started putting these pipes on, and I had one on each side. I had one coming out of the left, one coming out of the right. And I thought, that's cool and all, but it kind of give it that, it had a mustache look, kind of Mr. Mustachio. So I thought, no, and I kind of reroute them a little bit, and now it looks like it's got horns. I thought, okay, we're just going to run them both out the same side. And I was originally going to do them on the passenger side, but this runs tight next to that battery, so I figured, nah, we'll do it on the driver's side. That way the driver can keep an eye on it in case you blow some oil out of there. should be good to go. So that's what we did with that. So the engine turned out pretty nice. It detailed out good. I didn't do no wires or anything on it. I figured there wasn't no point of that. I wasn't going to get into all that with it. Like I said, with doing the dually, that was kind of a last minute thing. Tony and I were talking, Tony Lancer, and I texted him pictures, you know, with the without a fender and with like the stock fender, and I was like, man, should I put fenders on this or leave it just bare bones? And he thought, you know, let's put fenders on. He says, better take the front ones off. And I thought, I'm too far built to take the front ones off. We're too far along. So I figured, well, we'll make new ones for the back. So that's what happened there. So I think that turned out pretty cool. So I'm going to put a video 3 out showing you the build on this truck. The paint on the box turned out really cool. There's 3 different colors in there. And in the other video, I'll show you how I did that. That turned out really nice. So this truck has no clear coat or polish on. It's just brushed. And like I said, that's a flat colors for the wood. And then I just painted the slats and, you know, took the monotone and painted my bolts. And I thought that turned out really nice. So let me get the stuff out of the back. We'll take a look underneath the truck. Yeah, so nothing too crazy underneath here. Just your basic setup. I got our, like I say, our dually set up in the back, and she's all painted up nice, so it looks pretty sharp. Other than that, nothing special. Like I say, no brake lines or anything like that. It's just basic. Frame's the same color as the top. So yeah, other than that, this went together pretty nice. Pretty pleased with it. I was going to go get some little chain, you know, like that chains used for shipbuilding, and put the chains on the tailgate so when it come down, it'd fall on the chain like they did back in the day. I just never got to that point. So yeah, guys, so that's my build on the 37 Ford. So like I say, I was pretty happy this turned out pretty nice. And it was a fun build. It was pretty cool building it. Like I say, there's a lot of changes went along the way. And you know, it's just part of the build as you go. So it's pretty cool build. And like I say, once again, Paul, thanks for putting this on. It was interesting, and it's pretty cool watching a lot of those videos out there. So I hope this one gets me up into the rankings in the race, and hope it does good for me. So we figure we got V8 power. See, a lot of guys run that 6-cylinder, so I had to put some extra rubber on the ground to hold all that torque, you know. So that's why we went that route. So anyways, all right, guys, I appreciate you guys checking out the channel and following along on this. And like I say, look out for that 3rd video coming out probably in a few days here. And like I said, if I would have put it all together, so it would have been about an hour video, and I didn't want to go that route. So we'll show it next time and go from there. So, you know, all the paints and everything that was used on this, I got this down from Hobby Nut Models, so you guys can go check him out, check his website out, and all the paints come from there. So that worked out really nice. And once again, thanks for following along on this, and look out for that 3rd video, and we will go from there. So you guys have a good one, and I appreciate you watching. Thanks again. We'll see ya.